Hey guys, just thought I would share this with you because I'm getting ready to dump it. This shows how many, plus the Q-tips down here, how many pieces I have created for my jewelry and copper sign business. Well, now we also have vintage toys. That's why I have stuff like this sitting here, plus a toy that I was fixing from a vintage castle. I believe it was the Beauty and Beast castle. I had to physically move it. Here it is. I was working on the leads, making sure everything was cleaned out and working properly. I did get this rose for the vintage Y2K back from the day castle working. Anyhow, this does work. But you can see here I had wire wrapped a stone showing, a natural gemstone. It was actually a healing stone, so a type of quartz that was amazing. But this is one of the practice wraps. I did a much better job on the actual stone. That one was a gift for a family member that is probably a star seed, but don't tell him that. So anyhow, yeah, so you see all of my things for the watchmaking is here. Yeah, I know most people look at this and they're like, oh dear God. And yeah, they're probably right. I am involved in a lot of creation. Some of them I have not been able to get back to finish. This one had something to do with Snow White being carried by birds. And I think my finishing it and actually doing the whole listing, which takes another bit of creative activity to get all the photos done properly and, the right angles and doing the listing, was because the live action one they did, I just wasn't feeling it. You guys tell me what you thought of that. I'm not trying to knock it. It's just, I felt it could have been done better. At any rate, the main thing was to show how many things I've done. I'm getting ready to, to dump this red Solo cup where I put all of my Q-tips. What I do is I use my isopropyl. I use a 91% solution. I mainly have that because we also used it as an alternative source for energy, but I use it to clean my metals. So I sand them down and then I use the isopropyl, and I've used it for other projects that I do. Also, it works great to remove things like the stickers or the sticky stuff. If you go to vintage stores or charity stores and you source, items such as this to flip or sell on your eBay or Etsy store. So anyhow, yeah, I make little locket rings out of these, but I solder them. So I do the sanding on the back of this and the ring base, and then all of my metal gets cleaned with these. That's why I have them.